Consider using private label rights, PLR, content in your articles at some point, because let's face it, being able to buy content that you can use on a daily basis, rather than writing content daily makes perfect sense. However, to use this content in your content marketing activates, you first need to learn how to use it. Imagine that you spend your time writing 1, 2 or 3 articles daily, and then some lowlife comes along and steals all of your content and packages it up, throws it on a website, and sells it as private label rights, PLR, content. Now imagine buying this content and using it on your website, and then imagine the impact this stolen content will have on your business, once it is found out. To avoid this, buy only from trusted sources, those that are recommended to you, and do your homework, search for information and complaints about them, and check any testimonials they might have, and by that I mean speak to the people giving the testimonials. As with most things in business, if you do your homework at the start, you can avoid a lot of pain later on. This may sound obvious, but read an article or two from the private label right, PLR, company before you purchase anything. Good PLR companies will have sample articles that you can view before you purchase anything. Ask yourself if this content is suitable for you. Is it well written? Would your target audience read it? If you're still interested in the content, copy a paragraph and paste it within Google to see who else is using this content. You'll be surprised at some of the companies that do, if it is of good quality and from a trusted source. Every seller of private label rights has their own individual rules and policies about how you can use their content. Be sure to read and understand it, because you may not be allowed to use the content in some of the ways you might be planning to. If you know upfront what the rules are before you buy it, then you'll have a good idea of how you're going to use it before purchasing it. Many companies purchase PLR content and simply add their name to it, and use it as a quick search on Google will demonstrate. However, to really maximize the benefit of PLR content within your content marketing strategy, you want to insert your own personality, keywords and industry jargon, to make it fit better with your area of expertise. Additionally, reading through content you are often posting on your website helps you to correct any issues you find, but more importantly, it stops you contradicting yourself, as you might have told them something differently in another article. Additionally, it helps you with the search engines, as you won't be using what is classed as duplicate content. This is one of the best ways to use PLR, especially if your newsletter is not posted online, as you don't have to worry about duplicate content, and if the PLR rules allow it, you can pretty much leave the content intact. If you keep an archive of your newsletters online, be sure to edit the content though, to make it your own, and ideally you want to make it at least 50 to 60% unique. As long as you're not planning to sell your new book on Kindle or similar places, then private label right, PLR, is an easy and great way to help you write your first or 10th ebook. You can combine your favorite articles and bundle them together to create an ebook. Depending upon your license arrangement, you may even be able to sell these ebooks and recoup the initial cost of the PLR content. Either way, it helps demonstrate to your audience that you are an authority on your chosen content. If the content you purchase includes a how-to or list, it can be made into an online course. This can be delivered through a website, via video, or you might even want to run a webinar on the subject and answer questions at the end. The content can also be fed into an autoresponder system or similar, and then drip to your readers, slowly helping them to learn something new. This is my favorite way to use PLR. You use PLR to get you started, and to provide much of the research, and then you combine this with content you've written yourself to create something totally new and completely original. Combining lots of different formats together can also make your content more appealing, effective, and interesting. By using PLR in all of these different ways, and even just knowing how it can be used, you can keep your content up to date, regular and informative, much easier than if you do it all yourself. What's more, just reading and writing PLR content can help you develop new ideas. It will certainly educate you, and keep you on your top game, and this will feed through to the content you create, and the business your company does. Question: how would you like to use PLR content, and have you considered it? Resale rights are a hot item right now, and for good reason. They make it very simple for you to get set up to sell products online, and you can easily earn passive income with these types of products. It basically means that you have the rights to resell the product yourself, accepting and keeping the payments for each sale. Working with resale rights is similar to affiliate marketing, in that you promote a product that someone else developed. The main difference being that instead of earning a percentage of the sale as commission, you earn 100% of the sale on each product. You also control the entire sales process, which means that you can add back-end sales, one-time offers, build a mailing list and/or a customer database, follow up with your buyers, etc. Having rights to a product puts you in a position to create an automated selling system that can continuously earn you money. There are various types of product rights, and there seems to be much confusion on this, even down to the issue of whether they are called resale rights or resell rights. Both versions are common use in the industry, so without digging up the many debates on the correct spelling across major forums, what did not result in a definitive answer, just know that resale rights and resell rights are one and the same. In fact, dictionary.com gives practically the same definition for the words resale and resell. To sell again. The main benefit to purchasing resale rights is that you don't have to create your own product, you don't have to create a website, and you don't have to write your own sales copy. You simply buy resale rights to a great product, and you are in the info product business that same day. There are 4 categories for resale rights, and you will want to familiarize yourself with these, so that you can choose which types of products you might want to research and sell. Even within each main group, you may find that the actual rights to the product vary. So be sure to read the instructions, or rights that come with each product, as there may be variations from seller to seller. Some products come with resale rights automatically, others give you the option to purchase the resale rights to that product separately or for a slightly higher price. In both cases you have to purchase the product itself. Getting resale rights means that you will also generally receive the mini site, order page and download page, so that you can set it up and resell the product on your own website or on a new domain name. Master resale rights work just like resale rights, except that you also have the opportunity to sell the rights. So in addition to making direct product sales, you can also sell the resale rights package to other interested sellers. Private label rights, PLR. But both resale rights and master resale rights, you do not have authorization to edit the product in any way, and there are often requirements on details such as pricing. Private label rights gives you much more flexibility, allowing you to customize the product or the content of the product, and use it in a variety of ways. You might purchase PLR, private label rights, to articles, reports, ebooks or any other type of content. You are given the source code or the raw product. You can add affiliate links, add to the content, edit the content, change the author's name to your own, sell it, publish it in a completely different format, etc. Public domain content. Content that is in the public domain is very similar to private label rights. With both of these types of rights you can basically rework the content source, and use it to create an entirely new product, or simply publish it as your own. Anything published from 1923 to 1963, and not renewed, is considered public domain material, meaning the copyright has not been renewed. Since there is no longer a copyright on that material, you may copy it or republish it, even for commercial use. For more information see what is public domain. Making money with resale rights. If you are looking for an easy way to sell products online, finding or buying rights to products is a great option. You can start by doing a search on Google for the type of resale rights that interests you most. If you want a quick start, I would highly recommend this free course, Resale Rights for Newbies. If you are looking for top quality products that come with resale rights, you'll want to check out this MRR sale. You can get over 50 high-quality information products for less than $1 each. Don't pass that link around much, there are products listed on that site that I have personally earned thousands with already. In fact, between the free tutorial and that source, you can be making sales online by the end of the day. But if you really want to dig in and get a serious quick start to making money with resale rights and PLR products, then check out this Resale Rights Quick Start package that I have put together for you. Everything you read says content is critical to online success. To rank high on the search engines and excel on the web, you need informational copy on your website. Lots of it. But creating content is time-consuming, and that's assuming you have good writing skills. The other option is hiring a professional copywriter, but that gets expensive too. There's another way. PLR material is surprisingly affordable. Search for private label rights, PLR, products relevant to your subject. PLR material is content that someone has written and is now offering for sale. You can purchase the rights to publish that material on your own website or any other marketing product you'd like. The price is usually far less than you pay to have a copywriter create custom content for you. A typical PLR package of 5 to 20 articles might cost $10–50. If you're fortunate to have a business in a popular industry, such as weddings, you can easily find plenty of PLR material for sale with a simple search on Google. Just search for your subject followed by PLR such as wedding PLR, and you'll get some great results. Uses for PLR products. PLR material offers many creative possibilities for building your mailing list, increasing traffic to your site, and also generating sales. While most PLR products come in the form of articles that you can add to your site, you can also use them for other marketing applications. Use PLR to create ebooks and short reports that you offer on your site. Use it on your blog as posts. Insert your PLR articles into an autoresponder to follow up with customers each day. Or use it to create a mini course that you distribute to your mailing list. Edit and personalize PLR articles. If you're going to add PLR articles to your website, you'll want to go a step further than simply purchasing and posting them. Other people with websites in your field may already have purchased the same PLR material and used it on their website. You don't want to have the exact same text, as Google is unlikely to give you good ranking for duplicate content. The way around this is to put your own touch on the PLR articles. Edit 30% 50% of each article so that it's not exactly as purchase. In fact, the more you change, the better. You can personalize PLR material to your business by doing any of the following. Change the headline and introduction. Add your opinion on the subject. Provide examples that illustrate key points. Add case studies. Modify formatting such as turning a paragraph into bullets. Add statistics and other relevant data. Change up the order of paragraphs. Incorporate relevant quotes. Include links to other useful articles and products. Change the conclusion. Make the articles your own by adding your voice and personal style. Showcase your experience by offering knowledgeable commentary. It can take some time to do this for each article, but not nearly as long as writing the articles from scratch. Of course, you can also hire a professional copywriter to assist you with this task for a modest editing fee. Because you typically don't get to read PLR material until you've purchased the rights to it, you're forced to take a leap of faith that its quality will be good. Of course, the sellers will tell you their PLR is professional grade. If possible, search for samples of other materials the author has written to see if it meets your standards, and if you like the author's writing style. You can even email the PLR seller and ask to see a writing sample, if none is available for your review. Also, Google the author's name to see if other customers have posted reviews of the PLR material. Try to determine if the PLR materials were written by people in the US, UK or some other English-speaking country. Occasionally, PLR is written by people in third world countries such as India, Nigeria and the Philippines. These authors work for less, which makes their PLR affordable, but English is not their first language, and it shows in their writing. If you buy dirt cheap content from a foreign writer, you could end up having to do a full-scale revision before it's usable on your site. One more item to research is whether the author has capped the downloads. You prefer to buy PLR material that is sold to only a limited number of buyers, as that lessens the likelihood of you and someone else in your field having duplicate content. If you can find good quality PLR material from a reputable writer or PLR seller, you'll have discovered a cost-effective alternative to writing content from scratch. While PLR still requires some hands-on editing, the end result will be fresh content that you can add to your website to improve its search engine ranking or other marketing materials to help position you as the expert in your field. Are you ready to discover the many benefits of using private label rights, PLR, content in your business? And are you ready to avoid some common pitfalls when buying PLR products? If, on the other hand, you have a limited budget maybe because you are starting a new venture, or have limited time and need lots of content quickly, then supplementing your content supply with PLR products makes great business sense. High-quality PLR products, such as blog posts and ebooks, are often very affordable and good value if you buy through a reputable PLR supplier. When you buy PLR, you get the license to edit and change the written material, and this enables you to make it unique in just a few minutes. And that's the real advantage of buying quality PLR. Products or content that are sold with a resell rights license can only be resold as they are, meaning you cannot edit, alter or change the product or the content in any way. Resell rights licenses are usually very restrictive in nature. For example, say you bought an ebook with a cover entitled Blogging with Miss Daisy, and a photo of Miss Daisy sat at one of those old-fangled typewriter Watsits, you know, the contraptions that you have to put paper in, and go ding when you finish typing a line. Anyway, with the resell rights license you are not allowed to change it and you must sell it as Blogging with Miss Daisy with the cover as it is. A PLR license gives you the rights to do what you want with the ebook, the title and the cover. So, you could rename it Herculean Blogging for Real Men if that suits you better. Important. The only thing you cannot do with the PLR license is sell the PLR rights. With the master resell rights license, you can sell the rights for selling the product to someone else. In other words, if you hold the master resell rights, you have the right to sell the resell rights license for the item, and you can sell the product without the master resell rights license. The licensing arrangements can get very complicated, and many people unwittingly breach the terms and conditions of these resell licensing agreements. With the master resell rights, you still cannot alter the product in any way, you can only resell it as it is. In my experience, these resell products are often very poor quality, sold for just a few dollars, and are a complete waste of money. What are some common problems with websites selling PLR products? The other common problem with the websites that sell these types of resell products is that they often mislead the buyer into thinking they are buying PLR items with a non-exclusive license. Very often the license agreement is not on display before purchasing the product. It's often unclear whether you can edit and customize what you bought, and you can end up buying a very restrictive license. There are dozens, if not hundreds of websites selling PLR. Many offer a bewildering array of thousands of PLR products from ebooks and articles to videos and software. The problem is many of these products have been around for years and are out of date. All reputable PLR suppliers constantly update their PLR content packages as well as removing products that are no longer in vogue. It's also very hard to find specific PLR on the topic you want in amongst the tens of thousands. These PLR websites often don't categorize their products very well, so you can spend hours and hours searching. When you do find something of interest, very often it's an item with resell rights license, and not a PLR license again. You must check very carefully what the license is before buying, so that you don't waste your money. Quality PLR suppliers make it very easy for their customers to find the PLR resources they need on their websites. They will often organize all their PLR packages into a few main categories, such as Health PLR, Nutrition PLR, or Marketing PLR. The best PLR websites will often tag each product, as well as having a really good website search function, so it's super easy to find what you are looking for. All reputable PLR suppliers have a clear PLR license agreement. The best PLR suppliers also make it even easier for you by having the same PLR license agreement for all their products. When that doesn't change, you can find our PLR license agreement here as an example of what to look out for. Now we have cleared all that up, let's dive a bit more deeply into the real burning questions. There are some concerns about using private label rights content, mainly around plagiarism, copyright and duplication issues. These concerns are mainly from writers who view PLR content as cheating when it comes to content marketing for small business owners. I personally used PLR products to grow my health and nutritional therapy practice several years ago, and then to grow my digital marketing training and consultancy businesses. There are several excellent ways to make money from PLR, including using it to build your email list, generate leads and traffic by sharing it on social media. Most PLR buyers use the materials for marketing purposes. For example, marketers often use PLR articles to promote affiliate products. Despite spending over $20K on writing courses and hiring ghostwriters, I was still not reaching my audience. I was spending hours and hours writing blog articles and social posts only to find they got little engagement, and worse, my content wasn't attracting enough clients. It wasn't just my content and list size that were dismal, my self-confidence had taken a huge dip too. I've always been someone that would set goals and achieve them. And when I saw that online businesses could give me the freedom that I desired, I wanted that. But no matter how hard I tried, I just could not crack the content code. I stopped believing in myself. I soon realized that I was spending far too much time researching, writing, editing, publishing and promoting my content online and still getting zero results. And worse, I had little time to actually get new clients. That was until I discovered private label rights content, and everything changed. As a former nutritionist turned digital marketer, I was asked to do some marketing training for a group of nutritionists. I didn't have much time to write the training course, so I decided to take a chance, and I purchased some PLR about relationship marketing from a reputable PLR supplier. It only cost me about $200, and it was the best decision I've ever made for my business. With this content, I quickly created and published some promotional materials. I put together a tailored training package for my fellow nutritionists in just a few hours. They then paid me over $8,000 to deliver the training. I've also used various PLR article packages on sleep, stress and motivation to create a series of wellness webinars for a large corporate client in London. They contracted me to deliver these webinars for 3 years, and I made over $40K from these private label rights articles. Can you see how there are plenty of opportunities to successfully use PLR content in your business? There are a few pitfalls you must avoid when buying and using private label rights content. I'm going to cover all the common questions about private label rights and how to avoid the pitfalls in the rest of this article. Using private label rights content is definitely not plagiarism, as long as you have purchased a licensing agreement for the rights to use the content. But if you were to use PLR content, or any other content for that matter, without owning the licensing agreement, that would be plagiarism. According to the Merriam-Webster Online Dictionary, plagiarism is defined as stealing and passing off content or ideas that belong to someone else as your own, without crediting that person. The dictionary goes on to say to plagiarize means to commit literary or copyright theft. To ensure you're not plagiarizing someone else's work, use services such as Grammarly's plagiarism checker to check your own work is, in fact, original, if you are claiming it as your own. If you are using content from other sources, make sure you own the license, and read it carefully. Quality PLR suppliers write all their material from scratch, or hire freelance copywriters to create original content. They also always recommend editing and customizing the materials before publishing, and that is exactly what the PLR licensing agreement lets you to do. When you buy a private label rights license from a quality supplier, you can rest assured that the content is written by professionals, original and high quality. You can also be sure that you won't be infringing any copyright laws. PLR articles and other PLR formats are a great idea, especially for small business owners. PLR articles are a versatile way for those who want to save time. They're also great if you don't have the budget to hire a content marketer or purchase professional writing services. PLR articles can be edited and posted on your blog. They're also very easy to repurpose into other formats. For instance, several PLR articles can be turned into a downloadable PDF which you can use to entice your website visitors to subscribe to your email list. All good PLR suppliers always recommend repurposing or editing your PLR content before publishing. Adding your own expertise, knowledge and examples to your PLR content not only adds more value for your customers, but it also helps you to build your credibility. This way your customer won't recognize other copies of the PLR product being sold elsewhere, and they won't feel ripped off or accuse you of being a copyright thief or plagiarizer. A PLR ebook is written text formatted into an ebook style product, which comes with a non-exclusive private label rights license, meaning you can edit or repurpose the ebook materials and turn it to articles, for example. Usually, PLR ebooks are used as lead magnets on landing pages. You can try to sell PLR ebooks on Amazon, but it's not recommended, not unless you plan to rewrite it entirely. Amazon's policy on publishing is clear, and they will only accept differentiated works that are unique, meaning publishing unedited PLR ebooks on Amazon is not permitted. This is because some Amazon sellers have flooded Amazon with hundreds of copies of the same PLR ebook, maybe only changing the cover. This generated many complaints, and it's not fair for the consumer to buy PLR ebooks that are duplicates. The only way around this is to completely rewrite the private label rights content, putting your uniqueness into the ebook and adding as much value as you can. That way both you and Amazon's customers benefit from your ebook, and that's what we all want, right? Does PLR cause duplicate content SEO issues? Search engines, like Google, want to provide valuable content for their users. As long as the PLR content published on your website is high quality and customized with your unique stories, then Google will serve that content to your audience. Properly edited PLR won't create any duplication problems. One of the biggest myths circulating on the internet is that using PLR leads to a duplicate content penalty. These rumors are not based on any facts. Think about the big news websites like CNN, Reuters, and the Wall Street Journal for a moment. They all effectively publish the same news stories and they don't get penalized. Press release distribution services like Prenewswire, Presswire, and Newswire all share the same press releases to be picked up and published on many other websites. None of them get penalized for duplicate content. This is called publishing off-site, meaning the copies are published on other websites. The publishers are not trying to game the system, and the search engines recognize this. But there are some things you can do to avoid the possibility of penalties, if you are concerned about it. Publishing PLR after properly editing and adding your own twist will avoid any duplicate content penalties. And obviously only publishing it once on your own website. You can publish it again if you completely rewrite or repurpose the material, of course. There may be other business owners who have purchased the same PLR content as you. This is something to be aware of, which is why any PLR supplier worth their salt will also provide guidance on editing the content that you buy. For success using your PLR, customize. The best private label rights websites provide free editing and customization guides, and they often also provide lots of ideas on how to repurpose your content to make it unique and stand out. Using PLR content does not impact Google search rankings. Even if you do post unmodified content on your blog, it will not hurt your Google rankings, as some might suggest. I've been in this game for over 8 years now. I've built many blogs and websites for me and my clients, and use PLR content successfully with no impact on Google search rankings. Besides, there are plenty of other places to publish your customized PLR, not just on your blog or website, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and, of course, your own email list, to name just a few. Think of it this way, the digital world thrives on duplicate, recycled and repurposed content. Using quality PLR in your business means never having to write content from scratch, can save you huge amounts of time and money. Your PLR license. Any product purchased or retrieved from this website is protected by a legal and binding, non-transferable, private label rights, PLR, license. This means the product source files, Word documents and Adobe Photoshop PSDs, are for your personal use only. The source files must remain within your possession, and the private label rights cannot be shared, traded, sold, or given away, in full or in partial, to any third party. Important, Bunny Jean is the only private label rights licensor and copyright holder for PLR Productions. This means private label rights, for all content sold from this website, can only be obtained from her, and not by any other means. Your private label rights. In short, you can do anything you want with the items you purchase here except to share, trade, resell or pass the PLR rights to any other party, in any format. Yes, can edit the contents. Yes, can enjoy for your private use. Yes, can add your name as the author. Yes, can be compiled into a report or ebook. Yes, can be used on your blogger and autoresponders. Yes, can be added to paid membership sites, if rewritten by more than 50%. Yes, can be recorded into audio content. Yes, can be published in print. No can offer private label rights. No can offer master resell rights. No can offer resell rights. No can be sold on auction sites. Next big aspect is to create a private label physical product. This information is available from Wikipedia. Private label products are those manufactured by one company for sale under another company's brand. Private label goods are available in a wide range of industries from food to cosmetics. Private label brands managed solely by a retailer for sale in a specific chain of stores are called store brands. They are often positioned as lower-cost alternatives to regional, national or international brands, although recently some private label brands have been positioned as premium brands to compete with existing name brands. Such brands are generally less expensive than national brands, as the retailer can optimize the production to suit consumer demand and reduce advertising costs. Goods sold under a private label are subject to the same regulatory oversight as goods sold under a national brand. Consumer demand for such brands might be related to individual characteristics, such as demographics and socioeconomic variables. Growing market shares and increasing variety of private label consumer packaged goods is now a global phenomenon. However, private label market shares exhibit widespread diversity across international markets and product categories. Empirical research on private label products has been of substantial interest to both marketing academics and managers. Considerable work has been done on well-defined areas of private label research, such as private label brand strategy, market performance of private label products, competition with national brands, market structure, and buyer behavior. Private label rights products have taken the internet marketing community by storm. Everywhere you turn there are tons of private label rights articles, ebooks, and software being sold for rock-bottom prices. It wasn't long ago that you would have paid an arm and a leg to get the private label rights to a product. Prices would range anywhere from $197 and up. Now it is very easy to find PLR products that you can put your name on and sell as your own product. The question I see being asked all over the internet is, what is the best way to make money with private label rights products? There are several ways to make money through the use of PLR products. In this article we are going to give you those ways so you can go out and make a killing using products that you didn't even create. There are different types of private label rights products available for purchase. Some of them come with restrictions that determine what you are really able to do with them. For example, some products come with unrestricted use, meaning you can use them any way you see fit. For the sake of this section, we are going to assume you have this type of PLR license. With unrestricted use of PLR products, you could simply take a bunch of them and sell them as a bundle. In most cases, I have seen them bundled in no less than 4 products. This gives the visitor a higher perceived value. It simply makes the visitor think that they are getting a great deal on a bundle of products. Of course, the price of the bundle would also affect the perceived value as well. By packaging a private label right product takes a little more effort than the last method we discussed. In order to repackage a PLR product, you would essentially have to create a new name for the product. After renaming the private label rights product, you would then either create new graphics or hire someone to create them for you. In my honest opinion, this is by far the best way to make money with private label rights products. The easiest type of PLR product to repackage are ebooks. Normally, to repackage software requires some knowledge of programming. If you don't have that knowledge, then you would have to go to a site like Elance.com and hire someone to rebrand this software. Repackaging can also be done with private label rights articles. You could simply take a few different PLR articles and compile them into an ebook. Then have graphics created, and you have a unique product ready to sell. This method is basically a combination of the previous methods that we discussed. It is my personal favorite way to make money using private label rights products. The use of demo sales has been around for a long time. For example, how many times have you gone to the grocery store to take advantage of 10 for $10 sale? You know the sales where you can get 10 boxes of cereal for $10. Well, this type of sale has been transferred online and is very effective in helping marketers make money with private label rights products. You could offer 10 PLR products for $10. Or you could offer your private label rights product at a really low price and have it increase over a certain time period. Whatever choice you make, these 3 methods are just a starting point for you to make some serious cash using products that you didn't have to create. The most important way to make money with private label rights products is to simply take action. Don't let them just sit on your computer and collect cyber dust. Get out there and start making